What is going on, guys? I hope y'all are having a great day. Today did not start out the way it was supposed to start out. This video is not what we had planned today. The video we had planned today was to show you guys the new pusher intake which came in, and oh my gosh, wait till you guys see this thing. It looks freaking awesome. It is a huge filter. Unbelievable the size on that filter. We're gonna be pushing a ton of air. But of course, I can't throw that on until we get this truck running again. Based off the title, you guys probably already know, the truck broke down on the way to work this morning. It was about 6 o'clock this morning, driving down a highway that's leading up to my work, and I'm going about 65 miles an hour cruising, and I can notice my speedometer gauge, my ACE, all that, even my headlights, my taillights, everything was getting a little dimmer by the second. It was going a little bit dimmer. So I'm like, okay, I turn my little knob on my speedometer gauge and it goes back up and it goes back brighter. So I'm like, okay, what's going on with this situation? Because it was just not right. Nothing was matching up. So it went down again. It slowly started getting dimmer, but quicker this time. So I'm like, okay, turn it back up. Nothing happens this time. Then I immediately knew we had a problem bigger than that, especially when my headlights and my taillights started going dim. Hit my blinkers, didn't work. It actually went dimmer after I hit my blinkers. I guess I was sucking power or ampage from the battery in the alternator, which I believe is the problem. I've been researching this a lot, and there is a fusible link that I just checked on. It looks to be fine, but we're gonna still check a little bit more into that. But tonight we're gonna knock it out. We are knocking out the baseline things, the easiest things it could possibly be, which is right now the battery. We just checked it with our voltmeter. The battery is reading very low. It is a brand new red top Optima battery. You guys know we just threw it in here a couple of days ago. So it should not be, well, I already took it out. We are taking it back. I've already taken it out. I was like, what in the world happened to it? But yeah, we just threw this Optima in there. We're actually going to the store tonight. You guys won't see that in this video because I'm going to be focused on getting this thing back up and running so we can make the pusher video and a couple other things I have coming for the truck. We need to get this truck running again. This freaking 12 valve died on me for the first time. She's never done that before. It's got a fairly new alternator in it, so I didn't believe at first that could be the problem, but we are not ruling it out. In fact, I believe it could possibly well be the problem is the alternator. You guys can see it's, yes, new, but it's probably a Chinese remanufactured one, and we are actually looking at a very good aftermarket alternator for this thing. Hopefully, I've talked to the company today. We may be throwing in a new aftermarket alternator, which I think would be awesome for this truck. It would be a great improvement for this truck. And if you guys didn't know, the fusible links, I'm not going to go over it right now, but there's fusible links. I think there's 5 main ones. You guys can see them. They run from the firewall. They run from all these wiring harnesses, and I can't really trace them right now. I think this red one is like a main one right here. I was watching a video. I can't remember who made it, but I was watching a video on YouTube earlier when I threw out work on my break, and I was just trying to research these things, and I traced them all, and I didn't see any discrepancies at all with these fusible links, which seems to be giving a lot of people a problem. But again, we're not ruling anything out. This is in the very early stages. This video is just showing you guys and telling you guys, hey, this is what happened today. We promised you yesterday we were going to get a video out today, and I wanted to keep that promise. That's why this video is going up. It's probably going to be a lot shorter than my normal videos. We were supposed to have the pusher intakes and continuing to install the ISPRO gauges. You guys know we only got halfway through installing these things. We still have our ISPRO gauges, our boost gauge, EGT gauge, and our fuel pressure gauge. We still have to install those. We got done with our dash cluster, and we got some more LEDs on the way right now from the HID factory to finish out that gauge cluster with the red LEDs for our weight to start and all that good stuff. But first is first, we got to get this truck up and running before we do the ISPRO gauge finish and the pusher intake. It'd be silly for me to throw on a pusher intake, finish my ISPRO gauges, and the truck not even starting. So like I said, this video is just telling you guys what happened, and this is throwing our schedule completely off. I called the guy that's painting the second gen tomorrow. We should have some pictures of how the second gen is doing. But right here, I'm going to show you a couple clips of this morning, me getting towed out, yes, by a Ford. A Ford towed the first gen home, which did amazing. I like that Ford. I have no issue. I'm a weird kind of truck owner. I prefer Dodge, I prefer Cummins, but I have no issue with Chevy or Fords. I personally like the Fords. I like the Chevys. I like, of course, Dodge. I think they're all good trucks. They bring great things to the table. It's like my CANAM. Yes, I have Can-Ams, but I have no issue with Polaris or Honda. I actually like Polaris. I like Honda. So I have no issues with any other brand. You guys are gonna comment down below, oh, a gasoline Ford towed you home. Yeah, that's fine, I'm not worried about it. I have no issues with Fords. I think the F-150s, if I ever bought a gasoline truck, my brother had a 2008, I believe, F-150, and it was like one of the cleanest trucks at the time. This was years ago, of course. It was leveled out on 35s. It looked great. It was on mud graps. It looked freaking fantastic. It had 20-inch XD rims, I believe, at the time, which were like a big thing back then. But anyway, you guys get the point. I don't care if Ford pulled me out. I like the Ford F-150s. I'll show you a couple clips right here and a couple pictures, and I'll check up with you right after. Alrighty guys, so there you can see the 12 valve did get towed home by a Ford. Yes, it's true. I posted it on my Snapchat. Posted the 12 valve shutting off, going down the interstate at 60 miles an hour. I was barely able to turn it off to the side of the road. Thankfully, I was able to get a good distance off to the side of the road. It just shut off, literally. Engine just stopped working, going 60 miles an hour down the road. So, lost power steering, not that big of a deal, just a little hard to steer. Braked it, got off to the side of the road, and we were all good. We were all safe, no issues there. It was about a 15-minute tow home. We had to go to work right after that. We didn't get to do any wrenching on it, didn't get to do any diagnosis whatsoever. We literally dropped the truck off, ran straight back to work, and had to get to work because we were running late, of course. So that had to happen this morning. But this is gonna be where I end this video. I'm actually going to edit this video, try to get it up for you guys because I promised you a video tonight, so I'm going to get it up. Then, excuse my phone, but right after I edit this video, I'm going to head up to Advanced Auto Parts, which is where we got this red topped. And we are going to see if it was just a bad battery to begin with. I don't know if it's the alternator not charging the battery. This is like the second drive with this battery. I don't know. It was a short drive before. I don't see how it could drain the battery that much. It's reading like half of what it should. There's just a lot we need to look into, a lot we need to diagnose. This is very early on in the process, but if you guys have any suggestions, any similarities, and any issues you've ever had with a first-gen 12-valve Cummins, let me know. I know there's a lot of wiring issues with these trucks. They were early on in the wiring and the electronic world as far as like converting everything to electronically or trying to convert it, so they didn't do a very good job at all, and just based off the age of the vehicle. So if you guys have had dim lights starting to go dim, it was about a 3-minute timeline. So about 3 minutes till the truck shutting off, my lights started going dim slowly in my truck. All the lights in my truck started going dim slowly. And then about 3 minutes later, like I said, the truck just completely shut off going down the highway. There wasn't really a loss of power in engine or throttle response, nothing like that. Just electronically dead. Everything shut off. I'm thinking alternator, fusible links. Battery, of course, is reading really, really low. We need to just knock out the easy thing at the bottom. We just put a new battery in it. We didn't test the voltage before we put it in it. Let's make sure that's not the issue. Let's make sure this thing wasn't sitting on the shelf for a certain amount of time. You know, we're knocking out the easy stuff first, pretty much what I'm saying. But I read every single comment, so comment down below if you guys think you may know a solution. So leave a like on this video if you guys did enjoy it. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. We will get to the fun stuff, the installs, the checking on the second gen, the fixing the CANAM. We still got to fix this with the clutches. I have a snorkel kit hopefully on its way, and the brand new pusher system. We should be the first truck to have this system. It's a brand new design that they made. I am very excited about it and blessed to be having the opportunity to install it on 12 valve and show you guys and share the awesome engineering that went into this pusher intake. So shout out to them. I will hopefully have that video up tomorrow or the next day, and I will see you guys then.